Good afternoon, everyone. Let's begin with a simple but profound truth. Do not wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking. How often do we delay action, convincing ourselves that the right moment will eventually come? We wait for more money, more time, more confidence, believing that only when conditions are perfect can we begin. But what if that moment never arrives? What if the perfect conditions we long for are nothing more than illusions? The Stoics understood that waiting is a luxury we cannot afford. Life moves forward whether we act or not. To sit idle, hoping for clarity or an easier path, is to surrender our power to circumstance. A Stoic does not wait for the world to align in their favor. They act, despite uncertainty, despite discomfort, despite fear. Because the truth is, opportunity is not something you wait for, it is something you create. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, faced unimaginable pressure. War, betrayal, disease. His reign was marked by relentless trials. Yet, he did not delay action, hoping for better times. Instead, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He understood that the only thing within our control is our response to the present moment. If you wait for fear to subside before you act, you will wait forever. If you wait for confidence before you take the first step, you will never move forward. Confidence is not a prerequisite for action. It is a byproduct of action. Courage does not come from waiting. It comes from doing. The blacksmith does not wait for iron to be hot before shaping it. He strikes, and the heat follows. So, strike. Take action now, however small. Build momentum. With each step forward, you will gain strength, skill, and certainty. The conditions will never be perfect, but they don't have to be. You are the one who makes the iron hot. First, action precedes readiness. The Stoics understood that waiting for the right time is an illusion. Life does not slow down to offer perfect conditions. There will always be uncertainty, difficulty, and discomfort. But those who hesitate, waiting for the ideal moment, find themselves trapped in inaction. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire in crisis. Plagues ravaged cities, wars threatened borders, and betrayal lurked in the shadows. He could have delayed decisions, hoping for peace before acting with wisdom and virtue. But he knew better. You must build your character through action, he reminded himself in meditations. He understood that wisdom is not a luxury reserved for peaceful times. It is forged in the fire of adversity. And so he acted, not because conditions were perfect, but because action itself was necessary. Likewise, you must not wait until you feel ready. Readiness is not a prerequisite for action, it is its result. A soldier does not wait until the battle begins to sharpen his sword. A writer does not wait until inspiration strikes to put pen to paper. A leader does not wait for certainty before making decisions. To believe that you must feel prepared before you act is to surrender your power to hesitation. If you desire change, whether in your career, your health, or your mindset, you must take the first step now. It does not matter if you feel unsure. It does not matter if the path is unclear. Only through movement will clarity emerge. You become stronger by lifting the weight, not by waiting to feel strong. You become wiser by making decisions, not by waiting for perfect knowledge. You become courageous by stepping forward, not by waiting for fear to disappear. The iron is cold? Then strike until it burns. Keep moving, keep pushing, keep forging yourself through action. The fire is not found in waiting. It is created by your own hands. Second, motion creates momentum. Think of pushing a boulder. At first, it barely moves. The resistance is immense, but with each push, the weight shifts ever so slightly. Push again, and it moves a little more. Keep pushing, and suddenly, what once seemed immovable begins to roll on its own. This is how momentum is built. Not through waiting for the perfect moment, but through persistence in the face of resistance. Success is not a sudden event. It is the accumulation of small, consistent efforts. Epictetus, born a slave, had no luxury of waiting for freedom to begin shaping his mind. He did not tell himself, "I will begin learning when my circumstances improve." Instead, he studied in chains, questioned everything, and cultivated wisdom despite hardship. The result? He became one of history's greatest philosophers, revered for his insights on self-mastery and resilience. You have no excuse to wait. Every hesitation is a choice to remain stagnant. If you want to write, start with one sentence. Do not wait for inspiration. Put pen to paper and begin. If you want to build strength, do one push-up. It may seem small, but small actions repeated daily transform the body and mind. If you want to grow, take one deliberate action today. Any action. The Stoics understood that life rewards those who move forward despite uncertainty. Do not expect immediate mastery. Expect resistance. Expect difficulty. But know that persistence turns effort into habit and habit into excellence. As Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." And bravery is not the absence of fear, it is the willingness to act despite it. With each strike, the iron heats. With each action, momentum builds. What begins as struggle will soon become second nature. So take the first step, then another, and another. Soon, you will look back and realize how far you've come, not because you waited, but because you moved. Third, fear is not an obstacle. It is a teacher. Fear is a natural response, but it is not a command. It does not demand obedience. It does not require surrender. One of the greatest barriers to action is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of discomfort. But if fear alone dictated our choices, nothing great would ever be achieved. Seneca reminds us, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." How often have you anticipated failure, only to find that the reality was far less severe than your fears suggested? The human mind is skilled at painting worst-case scenarios, but those scenarios rarely unfold as imagined. Fear magnifies obstacles, making them seem insurmountable. But the truth is, most of the suffering we endure exists only in our thoughts. So ask yourself, what exactly are you afraid of? Embarrassment? A setback? Loss? These things are inevitable in life. No one is immune to them, not even the greatest philosophers, leaders, and warriors. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayals and war. Epictetus endured slavery and hardship. Yet, they did not let fear dictate their actions. They embraced the lessons hidden within every hardship. A Stoic does not fear failure because they understand that every setback is an opportunity to learn. Every rejection is training. Every discomfort is a chance to build resilience. Hardship is not a curse. It is the fire that tempers the soul. The sharpest swords are forged in the hottest flames. Likewise, the strongest character is built through trials, not comfort. The true failure in life is not making mistakes, it is refusing to act. Imagine standing at the edge of a great opportunity, paralyzed by fear. The opportunity passes and you remain unchanged, stagnant. Regret sets in, not because you tried and failed, but because you never tried at all. Fear will never disappear. It will always whisper doubts, but you have a choice to listen or to act despite it. The Stoic way is clear: strike anyway. Take action, even when uncertainty lingers. Face fear, and with each step forward you will realize it was never as powerful as it seemed. Final, the time is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when circumstances improve, not when you feel ready. The time is now. Life is fleeting, unpredictable, and indifferent to our hesitations. The Stoics remind us constantly of our mortality, not to instill fear, but to awaken urgency. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This is not a call to despair, but a command to live with intention. How many dreams have been lost to hesitation? How many opportunities have been wasted because someone was waiting for the perfect moment? The truth is, there is no perfect moment, only moments we either seize or let slip away. You do not control how long you live, but you do control how fully you live. There is nothing stopping you from taking action, except your own reluctance. The mind constructs endless justifications. I'll start when I have more experience, more resources, more confidence. But confidence is not something given. It is something built through action. Experience is not granted in advance. It is earned through trial. So what have you been postponing? A goal? A challenge? A necessary change? Consider how many times you've told yourself, "I'll start tomorrow." How many times have you let the fear of imperfection keep you from even beginning? The Stoics would say that hesitation is a form of self-deception, convincing yourself that there's always more time, when in reality, time is slipping through your hands. Stop waiting. Stop delaying. Stop bargaining with time as if it owes you something. It does not. Life moves forward, whether you act or not. The only question is, will you move with it? Take the first step, not because you feel ready, but because readiness comes from taking the step. Because success does not wait for you. You must go to it. The iron is in your hands. It is not hot yet, but that does not matter. Now, strike.